Good morning, this is Pixie doing another video. So I'm always very interested when I encounter people that have had hallucinations and experienced things that are a bit surreal, because it's digging into what that means at a more deeper level. People's faces really aren't there. There we go, that's how we roll. Yeah, so some people have quite surreal experiences, and you encounter clients and they might be told that they've got certain conditions, but these conditions bring in certain other aspects, and them aspects could be that they're able to perceive reality slightly different, and it makes you question what is reality. You know, is it the cause or the consequence of something else? So it's like taking the filter off. So I spoke to a chap, and basically he came home and he saw. Now, I don't know his relationship status, what's going on there. I think basically he separated from his wife, or they lived in separate places because he developed a certain health condition. Which is for him is some form of like mild dementia or something like that. But he's fairly young, really. I mean, he's probably about 60 or something. And it's just it's more like the little things at the moment for him. But yeah, he was saying that he basically had gone. He went home. His wife was there, so he sat down and started talking to her, but he was saying she didn't really seem to respond to what he was saying, and she left. So he was there for about an hour, and that she had left, and then he called her up, and she said, no, I was asleep, it wasn't me. You know, basically, it's kind of I was asleep. And I was trying to think, I went because basically I sort of suggested, you know, maybe she was thinking about you never know, or you were thinking about her, and you know, whatever might have triggered that. And also the possibility, like I say, if she's tuned into him and he's receptive to it, maybe he's picking up on it like a radio, you know, like I said, in a signal, because there's that they've had a closeness that they share, so they got that connection. So yeah, I mean, he spent an hour talking to somebody who wasn't there, and then he told me about the effects of TV. Now, I've noticed that people sometimes feel like they might say, oh, that's my sister on the telly, and it's not, you know, that kind of thing happens. But there's something where basically the reality of the TV, it meshes it with your own, which is a bit like when you dream something, you're not too sure if you dreamt it or not. And there's kind of, I mean, that's what I'd call it, a mesh, some type of mesh effect. But it gets a bit more complicated, and that the person, you know, they might find it difficult to change the channels on the TV. They might feel that the people in the TV are with them, and that they're in a room full of people, and they're not. So it's kind of must be unhinging. You know, it's a bit like not understanding how radio works, hearing lots of noise and then it gets turned off, and then thinking, well, what on earth's happened there? So it's just that kind of different other side of reality. And then it also touches upon the MGTOW, is that, you know, this is quite common that I've come across two men that basically their wives have left them when they've developed a health condition, because they've had children, they've completed their part of it, and they're not really going to be a suitable partner for the future. So some people might marry for love, some people marry for life, and so that intuitive part of them says that, you know, he's not going to be the defender who's going to look after my children, because he's going to become one. He's going to become more childlike in time, and it's going to be a lot of work, and I'm still young and I still want to do stuff. And so it doesn't matter how much they love that person or have feelings, these other priorities take over as a kind of pull that person away. And so this is quite a common, I've seen it before, and I can understand, because it'd be so difficult taking on the responsibility of someone. But equally with men, they need to perceive, if they get in a relationship with somebody who's got a condition that's going to get worse over time, how serious do they want that relationship to be? I mean, I'm not saying don't have a relationship with a person full stop, just that it might be that, do you want to intertwine your reality to the point that you'll be the prime carer and you'll go through some of the pain that they have? And it sounds selfish, but this is where I made a mistake with someone who was vulnerable, developing feelings for him, because I felt I could somehow fix the problem, and that was an issue, personality type issue there, really, trying to be like the carer and supporter and stuff, and it comes across as manipulative, and maybe maybe this guy's a sociopath. What does he get out of it? He gets out of it because he's got a certain amount of control, which is true, because he's got someone vulnerable that he made a difference with, and he's able to influence. And that's true. That from the darker side, that is true. From that personality type, it wants to control its environment, and that's by sometimes being perceived as being good. That person doesn't have to actually be good under the hood. So they can have dark agendas, basically. And this sometimes happens. I mean, just because somebody is, like I say, they appear to be good, they can't do bad things under circumstances. It's just one of the things. But how they might behave, it would be probably short term. They have to act out of themselves, so it would be something different. Something unusual. Right, anyway, speak to someone else. Have a great one, and speak to you soon. Bye.